Thursday Night Live. I'm Fiona Fernandez and I'm the maker of the Fi Handcrafts, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So thank you for joining me tonight. I've got a few goodies to show you tonight, things that are coming out next week, which is pretty exciting. There's always more exciting things coming out with Stampin' Up!, which is really fun. So if you're in here tonight, let me know, or just watch, that's fine. I'm just going to set mine up so I can see your comments. Won't be a minute. Put that on the screen. Get my comments happening so I can see them. Right, here we go. So tonight I've got the Curvy Christmas and the Curvy set that's coming out, which is pretty nice. I like it. It's very curvy. So I've made a card and I'll play with that tonight just to give you a look at that. And they're coming out next week on the 3rd of November. They'll be available to the public. If you're a demonstrator, you can pre-purchase some things. So I've already got my hands on it, which is good. Lots of fun. And there's also the dies that go with it. And I'll show them all on the table once we get going, so you can actually see them a little bit more close up. But I'll just stick them back down to the packet. They look like that. So they've got all these beautiful curves going on, and just got a nice flow to it, which is really cool. And the other part of that pack. Hi Amanda, good to see you here. I'm just showing the Curvy Christmas and the Curvy, quite curvy set that's coming out next week on the 3rd of November. So I'll be playing with that tonight, so if you want to craft along with me, that would be lovely. So the other thing that's coming out next week is the other Paper Pumpkin Share the Joy kit. We already had a look the other week at the Sunshine, box of Sunshine, which was lots of wonderful, fun, sunshiny things. That was nice too. So I want to get my hands on the other one for Christmas. It's to share the joy, so Joy to the World I think it's called, which is really nice too. So do you have any crafting questions for me tonight? I'm happy to try and answer them, or look them up later and get back to you, or share any crafting that you've done this week. That'd be interesting too, to see what people have done, or talk about what you've done. Check in my comments. Anybody got any questions? So the weather in Sydney, let's talk about the weather while you're thinking about that, has gotten really cold. So I'm all a bit rugged up in here tonight. It's quite cool. We've had to put the heaters back on, which is just crazy. One week we're in summer, next week we're in winter. So that's been a bit, yeah. So what's the weather like where you are? If you're watching from another city, maybe, another state. See what it's like. So I'll just show you a couple of the papers too. I've fanned them out nicely for you. So they're all double-sided, the papers that come with this Curvy Celebrations set. And I'll just go a bit closer for you. And they're so pretty. So they're all double-sided again, the DSP. That's the back of them. So you've got this colour, which is Sahara Sand. And then we've got the Cherry Cobbler, which is the red. And look like that. That's okay, Amanda, I'll wait for you. I hope you can hear me. I've got a new microphone now, so I'm hoping it's working. Turn my sound on in a minute and then I'll be able to tell, because I've got that turned on as well. I usually turn my sound off while I'm doing this, but I'll just double check. Yep. There's the green. I can't hear me either. Not a good sign, is it? Let me right, how's that? Is that better? Can you hear me now? I'll just wait for my sound to catch. Oh, I can hear me now. Can you hear me now, Athena? Amanda?
How's that?
I can hear me now. I think the plug wasn't, it's a little bit tricky, that new plug. Just wait a minute then. That's better. Perfect. Oh, cool. It's really good to have you sound check people out there. Thank you. That really helps. I checked it all earlier and it was working okay. It's always the way, isn't it? Just when you think it's working. Much better. Good. Well, you probably didn't hear a thing I said earlier then. I said welcome. Welcome to my Wednesday Night Live. And I'm Fiona Fernandez, and I'm the maker of the Fi Handcrafts. So I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator as well. And I thank you all for joining me tonight. It's really cool to see you. So all I really said so far was the weather's really cold at the moment in Sydney. And how's the weather for you guys, wherever you are? And cool, that's good. I've got the Curvy Celebrations set, which is coming out next week for everybody. And as a demonstrator, you can pre-purchase some things. So I've got my hands on it already. And there's the Christmas stamps. And it's really lovely because it's got these beautiful curves. Lots of fun to play with. So I'm going to play with that tonight. And that's the die set that comes with it. And the way this set works is it is available until January. And after that, only this stamp set and the dies will be available in the new catalogue. The rest of it won't be available. So if you want to get a copy, make sure you do that while it's still available. And it comes with a 10% discount because it's a bundle. All right, that's my Curvies, and you probably saw the papers before, but you didn't actually hear me say anything. So this one was Sahara Sand, this colour, and they're all double-sided. And the other one is the Shaded Spruce, the greens, and they're all the same patterns, but they're all just the different colours. And then we've got the Cherry Cobbler, which is this one. So they're lovely, lovely colours, and that's quite a matte finish on the DSP. But again, they're quite firm, so they're nice, really nice papers. So I'll be doing that tonight and playing with that, and also playing with my Stamparatus. So if you haven't seen a Stamparatus before, this is what it looks like, and I'll show you that on the table more closely. I've got my card in there already. So we'll have a play with that. And that's a stamping tool. Very fun. I really like it because it just places things so nicely. And if you don't get enough ink on your stamp, you can just re-ink it and pop it straight back down. It's really cool. So that's good. Did anyone have any questions about any crafting tonight? Or have you been doing some crafting that you'd like to tell us about? I know Athena's been crafting. I've seen some of your lovely cards again, Athena and Amanda. And anyone else? It's good if you want to craft along with me. That'd be fun, and you can always show me later what you made. That'd be good too, to see what you've done. Okay, so while you're having a thinking about that, I'll go and pop the camera up onto my stand here, and I'll be back in a second. Don't go away. I'll try not to disturb the sound. Hope not. To make sure that stays on. It's a little bit tricky, that thing. Just got to pop this into my stand. Without knocking the sound off. Just give me a thumbs up if you can still hear me. That'd be really good. Thanks, to know everyone can hear me again. Hope that's okay. Making more Christmas cards. Yes, I'm trying to do that. I'm going to try and do another one tonight. Busy with work this week, Amanda? Yep. Okay, how's my picture looking? If that's alright. I'll just come down a little bit. Okay. Can you still hear me? Just get my cords out of the way so I don't bump them all. Right, I think we're almost done. Thank you. I saw a thumbs up. It's always helpful to see the thumbs up. Just checking my table to see how we are. I think I've moved my stand a little bit. Sorry. I don't like doing that afterwards. There, I think that's good. Right. So I've got my Stamparatus out on the table, and I popped my card in there. Last week when I did this, I had the stamp I put on there to do the card, if you can see that. So this way, let me just put my other light on so we can see it. Just tell me if that's too glary once it does glare a bit for me, but it might be okay for you. Put more light on the scene. So this one, I did the stamp after I put the card down. So you can see my positioning there. So you just hold things down with the magnets. Now the magnets are very, very strong, so you don't want to get them to touch each other, otherwise they can break, and mine broke, this one. The other one's on the other side of the Stamparatus, so you can actually store them under here and here. But I decided to keep this one on this side, and I use this one as it is broken, but I still use it. So you can use that to hold your card down while you're doing things. Okay, so that's my little card. Just leave that there for a minute. So I'm going to, now I'm getting warm, I have to take the jacket off now. I'm going to do some embossing as well tonight. I thought that'd be fun to emboss a few things. So I'll probably vary this up a bit and just show you the different papers. I'll just move my Stamparatus over. And I think what I'll do first is, if I show you what, I thought I might emboss some of the white. So I'm going to use these two dies and put that one that way, and this one this way, just like that. I'm going to put this one this way, and I'm going to run that through. So when I emboss card, I've got a couple of embossing folders here. I'm going to run it through the die cutter first, because I found if you emboss it first with the embossing folder, when I run it through to cut it, it can actually squash the embossing a little bit. So I tend to cut first and then emboss. That's the way I go. And I've got some starry, snowflakey ones as well, so I might try that. Now I haven't done my links yet for afterwards, because I didn't really know what I was doing tonight until a bit later, so I'll do my links later and put them up. There will be another post that pops up to share the information about this set, and also the Paper Pumpkin Share the Joy that's coming out next week. So they'll be available to customers next week on the 3rd. Okay, all my details are here in case you want to order anything. But with November, I've got the host code for October still here because it's still October, but if you want the host code for November, I will have it on my blog site as well, or you can just message me, ask me what it is. So I'm going to pop these through the cutter, so I'll just move my Stamparatus for a minute and bring my cutter over here for you. get the right plate. I don't want to cut on the wrong plate. Oh. Pull it off the table because it's got stuck. Now, where do I want my handle? Where do I want the handle? I think I'll put it that way. There you can see. So this is the new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And it has the plate on the bottom, so it shows you what you do. It's got all these pictures, so it tells you what you need. So I'm going to be cutting first, so we'll go up to the top picture here and put that one on there. Let's grab my other plates. Got them over here on the desk. So then we want this one to go underneath, number 2, because up the top it tells us we want 1, 2 and 3s. So that's 1 and 2, and then I'm going to put mine. This is my cut one. See how cut that is? That's okay. And just when you pop that down, make sure it sits down flat on them. If it's got any give in it, turn it over, and that keeps it nice and flat. Okay, and then I'll grab my dies. I hope you can see that. I can see it there. So has anyone played with these already? Has anyone got any of these? I think I'll put that one that way. There. And then I'm going to put this one at a bit of an angle, just to be different. How big's the card? Let me get my card. Okay, so I'll just have a look at where that might sit on the card, and I'll use another one as well. Alright. Then I'll have some extra bits to make more cards. Okay, so then you just get them in place and then pop your other plate on top. I just hold that firmly while I get the handle going. And then just hold the machine. I've got it on paper here, so it's going to slip a bit, I think. Sing some music with it. It's a bit harder on here because it's slipped on the paper. Never mind. And then it just comes out the other side. And take your plate off. And then you've got your die. Now let's have a look at that. That came out pretty well. Now these will leave little bits. So this will have all the little pieces, and I've got my little tool to get that out. Let's get that out in a minute. Let's get that piece off the end here where it's too long, a little bit too long. Right, so then we end up with, I'll just trim that off. So it's a tiny bit wider than your card, which works out well. So with the little pieces, I've got the little foam mat that comes with the brush. I'll just pop this out of the way for a second. And then you just get your little brush. Now this little brush, you might already know this. You should have got the Christmas one. Just check my messages. I have, but I did not get the Christmas one. Okay. I just decided to get the whole lot. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. Well, we'll have to get together and play. So this little brush you can buy separately to the take your pick tool, and it just fits in this end like this. I don't tend to put it in there, but just so you know, you can just pop that in there like that, and then you just use that to run over your cut, and it just pops all the pieces out, so you end up with confetti everywhere. And sometimes I go a little bit sideways if it's not coming out. See the little dot there? I just go a little sideways on them, and that tends to help. That one's going to be nasty for me because I said that. Just give it a little bit of a brush. There we go. Beautiful. And then I just tip all that in the bin. I have a little container, but I filled it up. I filled it up with my tools tonight. So I usually use that as my rubbish bucket for this. But I've got my bin right there, so I'll just pop that in the bin. Just get rid of my little pieces. Right, I'll pop that one up there. And we'll just get the next one off. So this one's got like little dots everywhere. So pretty, isn't it? I'll just do the same thing again. And again I'll go sideways on it a bit. That's all of them. Lovely. Put that one in the bin. And sometimes they just stick to the mat. The plate, not the mat. See how some of them are on the mat? The mat. I've done it again. The plate. Some of them are on the plate. Here. So I just go to the garbage bin. Now I keep a piece of cardboard in my thing so that I can just scrape them off like that. This is just a bit out of a tissue box. And it's been very handy for this. But you could just use any cardboard. And it just scrapes off like that. Okay. Put that back in there. I'll just put that to the side for a minute. Now, so the other thing I want to do is I want to emboss them as well. I'll just bring my machine back over here. Move my bits out of the way. Okay, see that? Now, I think I'll do the, decisions. I think I'll do the dotty one in this one. So this is like little dots. So this is out of the Wrapped in Texture embossing folders. Now I used this set from my recent card class that we did on Saturday. Had a lot of fun with that. A bit of hot chocolate involved, and I used the bottom one for that one on the cups. So I'm going to use the top one tonight and put my little piece in there. I'm just going to pop that in there like that. Now just be aware the dots are from the bottom, so where the logo is on this one, the impression will be up into there. So I can feel the dots on the bottom one, so it's going to push the dots up through it, and I want them to come up through it to the top here. So you just need to think about that when you're embossing. Make sure you can tell. And sometimes I spray it with a bit of water as well to give it a deeper impression. I'm not going to do that tonight. Just going to see how it goes without it. So you just pop your plate on, and again, this will tell you. So these are quite thin. So I'm pretty sure we can use this one here. So you use the two plates and the embossing folder in the middle. If it was a thick 3D embossing folder, we'd use the bottom one without the plates and just use the extra embossing one on the top. So I don't need to use the white one underneath here. I don't need number 2. I need number 1 and number 3. So that's number 1. And then I need 2 of my number 3s. So they're all numbered in the corners here. It's very handy. You don't have to remember it at all. I like that about it. It's like, yes. Yes. Okay, and I'm just going to run that through, and that's quite easy to run through. And then just pop it out the other side. Oh, look at that. That's lovely. Lovely. Look at that. I love that. Ooh. Ooh. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so that's one. And then I'm going to do the other one with the snowflakey one. I have some snowflakes on my card tonight. And I'm just, again, looking at that, the snowflakes come up to the top. I'm just going to pop that through. I'll just go back the other way. So you can just put it in the other side and go back the other way. And they say to put the hinge of the embossing folder that goes in first. So it goes through first. Right, there we go. And there's our embossing folder. Oh, look at that, look at that. That's lovely. So I'm not going to colour them in tonight, but you can actually add a bit of colour to these. Might do that another day. And use your daubers to get some colour going on there. Just pop that over there. Alright, now sit back down. What else have you said to me? That looks nice, doesn't it? I like that. Okay, where's my base card? I need a base card. Here's my base card. So I've just cut an A4 Whisper White in half. Just put my stamper out there. And I need to probably cut another colour, don't I? Oh, maybe not. Let's just get this scored. I haven't scored it yet. Just do that on my cutter. So when you're scoring, I keep my cutter at the top and my scoring at the bottom, and I've got a stamp in the way. Hang on a minute. Stuff everywhere. Always get messy when I do this. So I score it at 10.5, so that's halfway. And just use the bottom scoring tool, and that gives you a nice little fold there, so you can actually see the impression in the card, and it should be impressed down into the card, and then you fold it to your fold. I just always line them up anyway. Use my little bone folder. Just scoop that down. See, that one's gone a tiny bit off. Okay. Oh, we went a bit blurry there, didn't we? Never mind. It's because I went too close to it, I think. And I'm just thinking about what order I'm going to do things in tonight. I'll just have a look at that for a minute. So these ones, oh, I do like these. I'm wondering whether to put some of the paper underneath. I should like this colour. We could do stars. What did I use last time? Stars. Will I use the trees again? No, not on that one. That's around the wrong way to do the trees. I've got the trees already lined up on the thing, but I've got this around. Oh, unless I go upside down, I could do that, couldn't I? What about that? Oh, that'd be different. I don't know if the trees will fit in there. I might have to cut a bit of that one off and put the trees in here. What about that? Ooh, let's have a look. Let's have a look. See, I hadn't planned this one. I'm just winging this one. It's good to wing it sometimes. Depends. Depends on the day. Right, now, because I've already placed the trees on here, I can place the trees anywhere. So I'll just put this down like this. And now I'm thinking, do I want to put the sentiment on there as well? Or later, what do I do with the sentiment? So there's how many sentiments have we got? We've got may your days be merry and bright, thinking of you at Christmas, and then there's a little Merry Christmas. I actually really like these stars. I'm actually thinking of putting the stars in there. Maybe we won't do the trees. We've already done trees, haven't we? Rip it off. So I'll just sort of have a play with it first before I go stamping. So if you just place it on there, when you're using your Stamparatus, now you can pull these out so they just pop up. Just pull it up straight from the Stamparatus, don't go sideways. And I can turn that over and use the other side. So that's really handy about these. And you can also move it up and down along a bit, you know. So I'm going to leave my trees on there for now so that I've still got them placed. And I'm just looking at this. If I stick that down there and that one there, I've got the other stamp on here. See, I don't think that'll fit on there. So I'm going towards the idea of using the Merry Christmas, the little one. This one down here. That's what I'm thinking right now, because I want to play with this stuff. And then have that like that. And then I'll chop the bit off that. I like that. So I'm not actually using any of the DSP in it. I'm just going with it like this. Or we could even cut this one again across here and put a bit of DSP in there. That's a thought. Bit of red. Red. There's a bit of red. Red, red, red. I was thinking of the Sahara, but now I'm thinking of the red. What have we got? Dots, stars. We've got stars there. Dots and dots. We want dots and dots. Do we want dots and checks? Oh, can't decide. Oh, I like that one. I think I'll go that one. Whoops, dropped my paper on the floor. Oh. I'm actually liking this one. And see, there's lines as well. That made my eyes go funny with the red one earlier. Look at that. Woo! Oh, maybe a bit of stripe. Oh, it's too hard to decide some days. That might be too much with the dot. Nah, gone off that now. We stars before. Let's go dots. Little dotties. Oh, maybe that one. Too much pattern? Oh dear. All right. Okay, I think I'll stamp it there. I won't come back to the paper in a second. Just take all this off. And because I've got that laid down already, I'm just going to pop my magnet there. Pop that one over that corner. And just get my stamp onto my stamparatus. So you just pop it down, push on it, and it grabs the stamp. And hopefully not your card. Yeah, it's stuck a bit to the card. That's alright. Alright. That's done. Now, let me think, which colour will I go with that one? I think we'll do, I'd do black stars. Black stars, red Merry Christmas. Or maybe green stars. Oh, green. Decisions, decisions. I'm going to go green. I'm going to go green. Oh, see what that looks like. Okay, I'll just move my card. Here we go. And just ink it up. So you've got to be careful with this one. I don't want to do the Merry Christmas just yet. Actually, I might move that off there. I'll do that after. And hopefully not lose my stamp. I'm very good at losing stamps. They get stuck on things. I'll just pop that. Moved my paper a bit, haven't I? Just do that. So I'm just keeping the stamp pad very flat and not pushing too hard. Just gently tapping it so that I can see the ink on my stars. Here we go. Just pop that closed. And then just pull this down, move my mat with all my things, and then you just push it down where you want it. Give it a push, and then if you don't have enough ink on it, you can actually re-ink it. We've got enough ink. Oh, that bit there looks a bit funny, so I might just push that down a bit more because it lines it up perfectly. Yep, that's better, see? Lovely. Yummy. Oh, I like those stars. Don't they look cute? Let's get my chamois. Just wipe this one with my chamois. Now, I have washed the chamois. I know you won't believe it. I washed it today. These are great, these chamois. They're just so good. Look how dirty that is. But it's not, it's stained. Like, it, you know, it's not going to come off. But it works really well to clean your stamps. And you just close it back up and pop it away. Now, I think I'll take that off because I don't want to muck up my stars. Pop that back in the packet so I don't lose it. And then I'll just put my Merry Christmas. So I might do the paper first, just to make sure I've got it in the right spot. Put it down the right way so you can read it, not upside down. That was funny. Right. And it's going to go about there. Even if I put the other DSP in it, I'll still put the Merry Christmas down the bottom here. So you can line it up looking at it like that by your eyes, or you can use there are actually some lines on the front here. I don't know if you can see that. I'll pick it up a bit. See, there's lines on it, so you can actually line up your stamp. Now that's a little bit crooked looking at that. It's a bit hard because I wasn't right over the top of it. Try that again. You can see my light up there, look. Got lights everywhere. Right, I'm looking at that line across the word of Christmas in my camera. And that looks pretty good. So I shall just push it down and then lift it up. And I'm going to do that one in the red. Cherry cobbler. And I'll squeeze that hard and it should pop. Ah, it's not popping. It's sort of half popped. Oh, there we go. Right. And again, I'll just carefully dab that. Now, if you get it around it a bit on the board, it doesn't matter because it's not going to touch your card anyway. I think that looks okay. I can see through that a bit. Yep. Now I'm going to take the white paper out while I do this and just pop it down and press on it. Okay, how do we go? Pretty good. Alright, so that's all the stamping I'm going to do on there tonight. That looks pretty good. Yep, that's nice like that. I could even just do it like that. So the good thing about stamping is you can do it a lot or a little. It's totally up to you and what effect you want to get. Now that stamp is still red because it's stained with the cherry cobbler, and I'll clean it afterwards with my other stamp cleaner and the stamp cleaning tool that we have. Looks like this one, and you spray a bit of the cleaner on this side and clean your stamp and then dry it on that side, and it's like a little furry, bit furry to touch. It's a bit like a, you can't see it very well. That's very handy. Cleans your stamps off. Alright, I'll take that out of there. Pop that over on the side. Now, we'll just play with these bits. I'm going to put one there, and I'll just chop this one off first to work out where I'm going to put it. So I think I'll put it like that. So I'm going to take off, if I use, so this little mat is in, I've got it on the centimetre side, this piece of paper, you can buy these, and you can use them for measurement. So that's about 5 mils, probably 6 mils looking at that. So I'm just going to put that in my cutter and take about 6 mils off it. You've got measurements on both sides of your cutter, here and here, so I'm going to measure, I'm going to try on this side. What have we got? So it'll be 5 into the middle there, so there's 1 centimetre. So I want to go to the 6 there, like that. So I'm just butting that end up against the edge and pop it down and hold it firmly on the plastic here. There we go. Just keep that bit for later. Hi Mandy, good to see you here. I'm just playing with this Curvy Celebration set that's coming out next week, and I've embossed some of my papers, my card stock. I actually haven't put any DSP on yet, and I'm thinking about cutting this one again, but I'm not sure. I actually quite like that. It's quite simple, but it's thinking, and I've got bling, of course, on the table, girls and boys. I've got bling. Just deciding which bling to use, and I've actually got a few other bits that I had already cut from the last time I was playing. So you end up with little bits like this, which is really handy. And oh, maybe I could use one of them instead of doing that other bit. That'd be nice. Oh, I might do that. Put that over the top. Just playing with it a bit. I do like this set. It's very nice, isn't it? So, what will we do? There's some stars as well, but I don't think I'll use those because I like my snowflakes up there. Quite like them. I'm thinking just that one. And then a bit of bling. I think I'll do that. I like that. I really like those stars. Right, now I don't want to lose my dies, so I better put them back in my packet. Very good at losing things around here. They all get caught up in everything. So while we're looking at DSP, some of the DSP sale is still on till the end of October as well, if anyone was wanting to get any of those papers that are on special. I'm just looking for my glue. And grab those before time's up. It's 15% off. Just pop a bit of glue on here. I'm not going to go too close to that edge because I don't think I will. I might show through. Can't grab it. I can't grab it. Oh, maybe 1 or 2 little bits there. So if you came in later and you're watching the beginning later, just be aware that the sound wasn't working when I started, so I did a bit of miming to begin tonight. Technology. Just got to get my head over there, sorry, so I can see the top. Right, I think that's lined up nicely. Push that down. Have one of those tissues you had on the table earlier. Let's get that off. Okay. Nice. I do like this. I do like this. And in my next class, I'll show you what we're doing with that after too. We're going to do the Christmas countdown. box, which should be lots of fun, and you can use it for all sorts of things, not just Christmas. So I had a chat earlier with my husband about other uses we could use it for. You could play with it and have put messages in it to each other through the year. You don't have to use it just for Christmas. So you could have a little message in there for your family and have surprise little messages for people, encouragements and things like that. I saw someone made one using it to give to their I think it was an 18-year-old, and that looked like a great idea too. It was very nice. And so you decorate the back of it as well, so you can turn it around. Now this one should be tricky, shouldn't it? I've got to get some glue on this. There's little dots everywhere. Very tricky. So just be careful with your liquid glue. If you squeeze it too hard, especially if it's a new one, this one's not, this one's getting close to finished. Just be careful because it just comes out really fast when it's new. I might have a little bit too much on there. Maybe. Alright. Now where will I stick that? Up there? No, I like it down a bit. About there. I think that's good. I'm going to trim that little piece off in a second. A little bit sticking out. Oh, I like that. Oh, yummy. Looks nice. Oh, I do like these curvy things. There's just so much you can do with them. You can make them all different ways, you know. Oh, I like that. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I am just going to use my snips to snip that little piece off, I think. Like a little haircut. Give it a little haircut. And this end is over the edge a little tiny bit. So this is one way to do it. You could put it on your trimmer if you really want to and trim it that way. That's worked for me. I'll just do that. Now let me check the rest of it. That one's a little bit over still at the top. I'm going to trim that one down a little tiny bit as well. These are good, these little trimmers. They're really easy to get in there. That'll do. That'll do. Alright. Grab some bling. Put my things back in my box. So I've got a few extra little bits and pieces that I had cut out because I hadn't decided what I was doing. So that's another little tag that's using a punch to cut the ends of that, and I'll just keep them for the next card. Right, now bling, 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 bling. Got some bling. Okay, so these ones are called the Holiday Rhinestone Basics. They come when they're new. They look like this. So I'm not sure whether to use some of these red and green or go with the ones I used on the other card. I had a card already. This one, and I've used some of Wonderful Gems. These are in the new catalogue, the mini catalogue. The Holiday Rhinestone are in the annual catalogue. So they've got a bit of glitter in them, if you can see that. Stand up so I get it in the right angle. Like that. They're quite nice, but I'm not sure. I liked them on this one. Just not sure whether I want them on this one. Thinking. Which ones do you like better? This one or this one? Holiday Rhinestone or Wonderful Gems? There's my tool. Find my tool. Take my brush back out. I had my brush in here to get all the bits and pieces out. Get that tool ready. Now, where will I put them? Just waiting to see what anybody thinks. I have to wait with my delay while I'm waiting. So next week, what I was thinking, with the holiday countdown, the Christmas countdown project for my next class, which is on the 28th of November, I'm going to be pre-cutting the alphabet out of this set for everybody, so that if you wanted to do something on the back that uses the alphabet, you could do that. So I'll be supplying some of those in a bit of DSP. So that's one set, and that's called the Playful Alphabet Dies. If you're looking at getting some alphabet dies, what did Mandy say? Red on the white cardstock. Oh yes. So up here. Yes, I like that idea. The other stamp set I was going to show you tonight is Make a Difference, and that's good because it's a stamp set that's an alphabet, so you've got all the letters in there. So it shows you, so it's two different alphabet ways of working with things, but that's a great one, and it's a nice scripty look. The other thing I might play with next week was doing some textures, so textured essentials, and these are just background stamps, and you can use them with your other stamps to create things, so I'll be using those next week to make things. So feel free to grab some crafting things and join me. Right, red on white cardstock. I think I'll go with these ones. I do like these, and I've got, not sure, blingy bling. Yeah, I think I'll go with these. Right, let me think. I'm thinking around visualize. It's hard sometimes to visualize this until it's down. I want to balance against my Merry Christmas a bit, but I'm feeling about here somewhere. Not up there, not yet anyway. I like it here. I like it there. I haven't pushed it down too hard, it's just sitting there at the moment. Maybe a red one there. Just stay with that flow. Good, I can see it on the screen now. It looks different then, doesn't it? Looks good when you can see it on the screen. One there. What's that look like on the screen? I'm just waiting for it to come back on the screen. And maybe one up the top. Over here somewhere in the middle of a flake. In the middle of a flake. I like that. Okay. What do you think? Sure, might need something else down near the Merry Christmas. I wonder if I should have a bow on it somewhere. See, this one's got a bow on it. I wonder if I should stick a bow on it. I like the simplicity of it though, so I was sort of steering away from the bow. But now I'm looking at it going, do I need a bow? If I did a bow, it'd be over here somewhere. Oh, you could do a bow in the middle, I suppose, couldn't you? I was going to suggest a small red bow. Yes, but where? Let me find my red. Where did I put my red? Just have to find my red ribbon. Just a moment, please. Of course, I've put it somewhere. I put it in a safe place. I sorted out all my ribbons the other day. So they're all very neat and tidy. See, I found it fairly quickly. Look at that. Ta-da! It's just there. I'm thinking I'll move that over. I do a little bow. This stuff does, see how it separates a bit when you tie it, so you've got to be a bit careful with it. Just pull my bow tight. Oh, I went too tight. I went too small. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to mention. If you are looking for catalogues, the new catalogue mail out is on till the end of November. So I need to know if you'd like me to send you a catalogue. I would be happy to, at no charge. And it's my gift to you. And I just need to know before the 29th of November if you would like to be included in my catalogue list. So I'm going to cut that one there. Oh, I like long tails. I do like long tails on ribbons sometimes. I'm going to go there, I think. So I actually stuck this one down with a bit of, I think I used dots, mini dots. I won't do that to this one, but I will trim up the end a bit. Right, so that's got a little bit funny shape, so I'm just going to put that in my roundy bit and round it a bit. Just rolling it a bit to get that shape back in it. Just do it to the other side too. It's gone a bit separated there. Okay, I'm going to trim my ribbon. This one's good for trimming. Let's put that in the bin. Do our haircuts again. I feel like I'm cutting hair when I do that. Alright, I think I like it there. Lovely. I'll just find myself a mini glue dot. And, oh, there's a spare one. Look, I missed one the other day. It's just sitting on my glue dot packet. I'll use that one. So I'll just pop that underneath there. And I'm going to fold it because it's quite big. And get stuck on my fingers. I just use my nails to try and hold it down. Ugh. It's not working. It's not working. A bit tricky, but you'll get there eventually. Okay, it's on my tool, so I'll leave it there and then I'll just push it down. I'm thinking there. I think I like that. Yes, I like that. Shape my little bow a bit. Make sure I've got all my glue off. Oh, I like that. Cool, one more Christmas card done. Yay! We'll get there eventually. Now, you know, it's only about 57 days to Christmas now. So, not too long to go. Right, let's move all my bling off the table. So there's my finished card. And on this one, I might put some paper inside. I haven't decided yet. I'll probably think about that later. Because it's on the white cardstock. I've just stamped in this one. Thinking of you at Christmas time. So I might do that on this one as well. With that stamp, which is over in my set somewhere. Okay. Right, well, thank you for joining me tonight. If you'd like to purchase any of the products, just contact me or look them up on my page. There's all the information on my blogspot, or you can go straight to my stampinup.net. I've got a host code for October, so I close that off at the end of October, and I already have a November host code for any purchases made in November, and that's on my blog spot already. And there will be a post that pops up after this to show you more about the whole set and what's in it, what's in the set, the kit. Sorry, it's not a kit. What's it called? Curvy Celebrations. It's a bundle, that's what I'm trying to say. A variety bundle, it's called. And it's on sale till Christmas with the extra pieces in it, like I mentioned before. So you don't get the Christmas bits in it after Christmas, but the actual, just the plain bundle is in the new catalogue that's coming out in January. So that's the Quite Curvy, this one, with the dies, is a bundle. So you get 10% off when you buy things as a bundle, which is always a plus, saves you some money. And so if you buy the whole variety bundle now, as of 3rd of November, you'll get the DSP papers, this stamp set, the Christmas stamp set, and the dies. Okay, and the paper pumpkin Joy to the World is coming out as well on the 3rd of November. So that's another kit that is great to use with friends, or they've actually got a Facebook page that they're doing as well that people can join to connect with people from all around the world. So they're just trying to really connect people and give people things to do together and to support and encourage one another, which I think is really great. So I think that's about it for now, so I'll leave it there. So thank you for joining me, and feel free to contact me if you need anything, any help with any crafting or any catalogues or any more information about the sales. Okay, ciao!